Hey guys, this is another random video. Here, Sparky 42 is back for another one, and today I'll be talking about this series that I am doing with this game and why I am doing this series. And now I know what you're thinking. Why are you calling these guys out? Why are you calling these out if you end up being a crybaby or something because you're not being like everybody else or any online people are mostly these days? But I can understand some of your guys' comments and some other crap that's going on throughout the course of this. But as I will play this here, I mean, here's the reason why I decided to make this series, as I'm just going to let this play. Why I decided to make this series, because I decided to come off with an idea from off a different series that I watched back then, and it was from a different channel called Rhythms, who did his back then with Formula 1 dirty driving. It's just typical online of what has been going on throughout the course of the past few years of online racing games. Now, I don't know, this is not necessarily true, and I'm not saying I'm a crybaby or anything, whatever, or way too aggressive. I mean, I know I can understand all that, but I just try to be fair as much as I can. But why I am doing this, not that I'm calling these guys out for their dirty driving and how I was raced, but just to give the people that who has this game, and honestly for a different console that they have, like I keep an Xbox One and this is what I have on, and if they had the same console and if they're seeing with the same people that is going on, they could honestly can figure out, alright, what's going on, who I need to watch out for. So this is not necessary. So me making this is me not necessarily calling these guys out. Like, come on, be careful of your driving. But I'm just saying, like, as the whole fans who has this game and this whole community, how there's a bunch of people that they want to race clean. Just to make sure, watch out for those guys that you might end up running into, because you never know who could someone intentionally take you out whatsoever. So but I mean, and then and I know it's been a while since I last did it, because I've been out with sickness and work and some other stuff that I've been dealing with, but I will be back on this road to make one. I am planning to do a new one possibly next week. So that is going to be the upcoming video in the future. Now, I know a very few people already know about this series, what I have been making. And I'm not going to tell you who they are. They can honestly leave a comment themselves, and they could say what they want to say. I'm not going to judge them. And that's just their take. I have my take. It's like someone has an opinion of how they usually race. Like, think about it this way. Like Tony Stewart. Go back to his days. Like, if anybody's a NASCAR fan, think of this like Tony Stewart. You hit me once, I hit you twice. Juan Pablo Montoya is kind of the same thing as well. Kyle Busch can be a little bit tough, but if you rub him the wrong way, then he will honestly give you a piece of his mind, what he thinks. But or I say maybe Martin Truex Jr. We go back to this year from the Roval and Martinsville, which I know a lot of people this year, and especially other YouTubers, are actually still angry about what happened on the championship and how, say, Logano didn't deserve it. So, honestly, I'm not going to judge anybody with that suggestion. But anyways, how do I say this? there's a few people that I know about this, and I knew I do race clean on it, and sometimes with their reputations. Sometimes we all have a reputation, and if you end up rubbing somebody the wrong way of how they want to be raced, then probably they're gonna do the same thing to you, and it could either make it or break it. Those are either those two options there. But how do I say this? But yeah, I mean, and I notice a lot of these lobbies that I'm in on the Xbox. Most of the time, most of my shot opportunities, and I find this a little bit of annoying, just a little bit, but it's okay though. Is a lot of people is almost like in the cup side instead of the other three series. I mean, Dirt's a little close to it, but I just find it crazy and bizarre. And a lot of people just like Cup. They don't even give a damn about like trucks and Xfinity when it comes to trying to make a public lobby and some other stuff, you know? I mean, that's just my take, but, yeah, but, so, yeah, so, if you want to say something about this opinion for what I discussed about of why am I making this series, feel free to put up something in the comments. I'll read them, and I will try maybe reply back, and maybe if I got the time. But, I mean, like I said, it's going to be tough because I'm going to be busy with some other crap I have to deal with. Basically, real life stuff. I have to make sure I have to get another set of recording in for this another set of clips to make into one in here for next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the next week after, to order to make the next video to go. So, obviously that is the plan, and this is why I decided to do it. And like I said at the beginning, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying that just don't like it how I was raced right there. Want to show the world, just to let the whole community know to watch out for these guys because they are like completely crazy. But anyways, I hope you all guys enjoy this, and the next video will possibly up around next week, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.